Hi, Mark Olson, your Farmers Insurance agent. A lot of my friends and clients ask me, what type of car should I be buying for my new driver? It is a very important decision, so I've asked the experts at Master Drive for some advice. Here's some things to consider when selecting a car for a new driver.
Hi, I'm Mark Stolberg, and I'm the Vice President of Training for the Master Drive Experience. One of the things that's very, very important in this learning to drive process is selecting a car for your teen driver. How do you pick from all of the different options? We're going to talk about the things that we think are most important.
One of the main considerations in selecting a car for your teenager is how does the car handle, how does it perform? And what we mean by that is how does the car behave when we're making an evasive maneuver or a crisis maneuver with it. So let's take a look at that. So most cars can handle the first part of the maneuver just fine. It's when the second part comes in that we get a problem. And the reason is that we have a lot of weight moving around, the suspension doesn't behave well, it doesn't control the movement, the car gets out of balance, and that's when the driver has a hard time maintaining control of the vehicle. The way to test that is to go out and do a maneuver just like we just did. The second consideration in selecting a car for your teenager is the braking system. It should have ABS brakes. It should have the best brakes that you can possibly get. And the way to figure that out is to go out, drive the car, and put it under maximum braking. If you and your passengers can sit back, the brakes aren't good enough. So let's go see what that looks like. So just accelerate up. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to squeeze on the brakes and go to absolute maximum level braking. And if you're not falling forward in the seat belt, that brake system isn't good enough. So let's talk about power. It's kind of like the Goldilocks thing. The porridge was too hot, it was too cold, what she wanted was just right. So what's just right? Too hot is too much, hundreds and hundreds of horsepower, and the car is difficult to drive. Too little is that the car won't accelerate. Just right is that when you need it, the car will respond to your command for acceleration. You can get through an intersection when you need to. You can merge onto the interstate when there's not a lot of space. So what you need to do to test that is just accelerate the car and see how it responds. So let's do that. So you just accelerate, go to max acceleration, and see whether or not you feel that the car is accelerating. Obviously, this car does it well.
Tire technology, constantly evolving, constantly changing, and very specialized. Keeping in mind that the tire's contact with the road is very, very small. That makes that tire contact very, very important. The quality of it, very, very important. Our best advice is to get into a reputable tire dealer, have a discussion with them about how you drive your vehicle, where you drive your vehicle, what the conditions are, so that they can help you choose the best tire to put on your teenager's car.
So, the primary objective in selecting a car for your teen is safety. We can put safety into two primary categories. Number one, the systems of the car that will help to avoid a crash, the handling characteristics, acceleration, the brakes, the tires, the things that we've talked about. And of course, remembering the ultimate safety system in the car is the driver. Number two, the systems that help reduce the effects of a crash. The crashworthiness of the car, if you will. It's airbags, seat belts, the structure of the car itself that absorbs the energy of an impact and helps reduce the severity of the injuries as a result of that. The most important thing to remember is that safety isn't one thing, it's everything.
I hope you found this video helpful in the selection of a car for your new driver. As you may be aware, Farmers has the Youth Education and Safety Program. We will bring your young driver into the office, we'll sit down for a few minutes and watch a video and go through a workbook. At the end of the workbook, there'll be an accountability statement signed by the young driver. Set a time with me and your new driver and we'll go through that. We'd love to have you share this video with your family and friends. Look forward to seeing you in the office soon.